According to a survey released today by insurer AIG, nearly half of older Americans are managing their own finances, but doing so could be putting them at risk for financial abuse. Joining us now to discuss that is our Senior Personal Finance Correspondent, Sharon Epperson. Sharon, it's always great to have you on the program with us. How widespread is this problem?
This is a serious issue. As we're seeing a rise in older Americans, we're seeing a rise in incidents of elder financial abuse. 3.5 million incidents are happening every year. And when you think of the cost of at least $3 billion, according to some studies, others say up to $36 billion when you look at all the different fraud and scam that are out there. And the average older adult loses about $34,000. If they know the person who was involved, it could be as much as $50,000.
Wow.
Oh. So what do they do? What can they start to do to protect themselves?
Well, one of the first things, because they're not consulting with anyone in terms of their finances, is to designate a power of attorney. So many people, let alone seniors, do not have a power of attorney. That's an important person to have. If you don't even have that yet, start finding someone that you trust that could get copies of bank statements and important financial documents, so you have someone that's doing a double check on what you have. And then don't add that person, though, as a joint owner to the account, because as long as you're capable to handle your finances, you can do it. As having a power of attorney doesn't mean that you're not going to take care of your own financial responsibilities. But if you have a joint owner on the account, then that person can go into the bank and say, I'd like to take all the money out.
Now, what about the scams that are out there? I know that there are some that, we hear about all the time, and there are others that people are not aware of that are scams.
Well, here's one thing. A lot of seniors believe, 81% according to the AIG study, believe that someone that they know would never hurt them financially. The reality is many of the financial schemes that come out of there are from someone that you know, someone that you think you trust. So one of the first things is to think about people who come to you, family members that might ask you to change your information on an account, family members that come out of the blue. When was the last time you saw them and now they want to come and help you? Or there's a pressure from a family member or someone that you know to be the power of attorney. So those are some of the red flags. But what I found also interesting in the AIG report were some of these popular scams that I hadn't thought of, and that is someone calling to say that they're the grandchild, and so now they want to have that money. The lottery scam, you need to pay taxes, you just won the lottery. But here's the one I wasn't familiar with. Online dating. Online dating scams of seniors are on the rise, and people get involved in these relationships, yes, and are taken advantage of financially. So really interesting stuff in this AIG report, very sobering and scary stuff too. But the bottom line, have the money conversation. That's what we always talk about.
That's exactly
and definitely
right.
have that with someone you trust.
Thanks, Sharon.
Sure.
As always, Sharon Epperson.